What's up, guys? Time to show off a new build. This is actually based off of another build I just recently did. My cerakote guy took some artistic liberties, and I was like, that's actually not what the customer wanted. He goes, oh, it was for a customer? I said, yeah. So what he did, which turned out pretty awesome, but it wasn't what the guy wanted. A black and origami dual cerakote build. So case is done. As you're looking on it straight on, you got your background in black, you got your case in black, and you got your band in black. But as you can see from the bezel, it's done in origami, which is a color shift that does like blue and teal and purple. It's kind of hard to get to the teal, but it is in there. Like you can kind of see it right there. It just depends on the angle. So predominantly, straight on, you're going to get a lot of blue. At an angle, you're going to get a lot of purple. And then there we go. There's a good looking, like, you're getting a little bit of the teal into blue. So you've got that on the Kraken itself, the bezel, and the crown. And then on the side of the case, and the side of the band, and the caseback. Obviously, the clasp itself, the dual lock, is also done that way. But has a really nice look from the side where everything on it is done in origami color shift. So Kraken engraved crown, milled case back, and the double lock clasp. Dual cerakoted case, band, and dial. We do the whole thing in the origami color shift, and then bake it. Then do the whole thing in black, and before baking it, wipe off everything from the raised areas, bake it in, and then backside loom. So, and then I did a set of black mariner hands on it. No, I'm sorry, these are sea urchin hands. A little bit larger style hand. And then just a black lollipop seconds hand. And as you can see a little bit of the loom in the octopus, a little bit in the hands. I'm sorry, or the arms. Kind of showing through there. But that is the build. This is a smooth bezel for reference on that, and a 100 case. It just depends on where you move it. Link band, this one is just push pins. You have to look and see where it's recessed, and that's what side you tap through to the other side. So on this side, you're going to tap that through, adjust it, go back through the other way, and then tap it flat. Don't use the metal side of your mallet, use the rubber side. And then on the other side, it is reversed. This is the recessed side, and this is the flat side. The only reason I bring that up is the way these look, it kind of looks like those have the little lines in there as if they are screws, but they are not. Okay, Google, skip. They're not screws. Those are push pins. But that is the build. Bezel on it will go left, it'll go right. This is just held on with the tension ring. If for some reason this would come off, you can only put these on so tight with this kind of bezel because I can't really snap it on very well without having a lip for me to grab onto to make sure it's on tight. I got to kind of press it down and just hope for the best. There's nothing to grab to get it back off unless you like dig up under it. So this is just a tension ring. It just snaps right on. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back. You just can't see it. But as you are moving, it is going back and forth and putting wind to it. So 31-hour power reserve on it, but if you wind it out, it's normally about 36 hours. And how you wind it is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. Once it's off that crown tube, you can feel a little bit of play. You haven't pulled it out or anything like that. It's just off that crown tube and you can hear it and feel it clicking. At that point, you can wind. And a wind is clockwise as you're looking at it from the side. But going backwards does not hurt it. and it is a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and go back and forth. So doing this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement as you're walking around will keep your time throughout the day. But if you know you're going to be driving or sitting at a desk all day, you want to make sure that you don't lose time. Just wind it for a little bit longer. As I referenced, it had a 31-hour power reserve on it. It usually lasts about 36 hours. So if you'd wind this up, set the time, and set it down, at around 36 hours, it's going to stop working on its own. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click. You can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep clicking on you. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:37 p.m.
You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, or your keyless works. 2:37. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. And that is the build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. The wife did a really good job getting these nice purples and some like hematite in there. You can see right now the purples don't match, except for down here, because it's blue. But you can see as you're looking on it, this top is blue, but this is purple because it's on a different reflection area. So yeah, so that's a build. So I happen to have a 3D printed box that is purple, but it is a color shift as well. And this is blue. Like in person, this is more blue and that's more purple. There you can kind of see it. So not quite the same. It's the same color tones, but it's not shifting the same way as that one does. But 3D printed box, Kraken treasure box, with one of my Atlas watch pillows in there. It's going to come with watch cleaner. This is a foamer. It's good on all glass and metal. So this watch as a whole, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. And it will also come with some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2, just repackaged. It's from Amazon. It is like Polywatch, and it's because you've got an acrylic domed glass, and you can scratch it. But if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling that scratch, buff it, haze it out. You're kind of rebuilding those layers back. So try not to scratch it, but if you do, you can address it with the Novus 2 fine scratch remover. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. You've got a black and origami collar shift dual cerakote watch. And that's the build. If you want me to make you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.